Tonight I told Toy Domination it's old men talking to other old men about action figures and possibly about getting up many times in the night to go pee, about how things just hurt all the time. And for some reason, I'm just angry about what kids do. Hey, I'm Dom.
Hey, I'm Joe.
And
hey, Dom.
We're Toy Domination. What's up, man?
We are Toy Domination.
And tonight, we got a talented guest with us. Who's joining us?
We do. Yeah. Tonight we're talking about toy photography and dioramas with the Savage Land.
Man, look at that.
Mike, the host of the Savage Land, I should say. Hey, Mike.
Hey, how's it going, fellas?
What's up, man? Let's pretend we haven't just been talking. How's it going?
Yeah.
Look, I know the drill.
Man, that one photo, by the way. So I didn't see that in like your other videos on your Instagram. And when you sent that one, I was like, what is this? How many Vipers were in that photo?
Those are troopers, Tom.
Yeah, blue. Those
right?
are the original blue troopers. I would say it's probably about 20. Enough, because sometimes you don't want to overcrowd a frame. I could have put more in there, but I just wanted to put enough to show, just to kind of make that statement of them.
You made a statement. Yeah, you made a statement there. Yeah.
You have your ability to army build is a lot.
Yes,
it's mind blowing. Like, what? How does he do all this?
Man, look, we just had an army building contest with Aaron the Toy.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And there's a guy named Woody, Triple Deuce, man, and he had like 400.
What?
Troopers.
What?
Yeah.
I thought you had a lot, man. Like when I started seeing the episodes of the table, I was like, man, Mike has a lot of Vipers.
Yeah, I hadn't really seen anybody else like with my size, but as I started talking with guys more, and he had told me before he even put them up there because he watches my channel and that he had a lot, and I see he has a lot.
Yeah,
he has a lot, man. So,
even though there was that many out there.
Yeah. Well, not anymore.
It's starting to become a new thing, just the massive army builds, which is cool. It's not for everybody.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely army build, but like a little, like a very small amount. You're
and
like
me personally, I don't want to get that big. I don't want.
Yeah.
Like 600-800 troopers. I kind of cut mine down to now where I just do groups of 5 because I have a big enough army. So the groups of 5s, it's always going to grow. But
of course, every time there's a repaint, every time there's a new trooper.
Yes. Yep. So I definitely.
Are you getting those the carded ones, the bluer ones?
You talking about a retro card? I'm going to probably get like 5 of those.
Okay.
5 of those. I don't see myself. There's no really reason for me to get more of those because I already have enough blue, and then the blue I got is at the beginning of the line. You don't really see anybody with that many blue troopers.
They were hard to get. Those ones with the goggles.
Yes. That was the Cobra Island. I have like 5 of those. Those are extremely hard to get.
Yeah, those are really hard to
get. The other ones I ordered on Big Bad Toy Store around that time.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, so those are the ones I have. Those
early 2021, maybe end of 2020, something like that. They were up there for a long time too, like 5 months, man. And that's what I would do. I would buy 10, order 5, buy 10. So I did it like that, man.
Thanks, Famine. I was hoping there'd be like I found this cheap palette and they're all on discount. I was able to get them all. So you bought these all at the initial price.
Man,
I spent like $500. Yeah. Yeah.
That's amazing.
The only troopers that I have that I built per se, maybe say like cheaply, is the Crimson Guard.
Yeah, I only have 4
of those. I found those at Ollie's. I got like 10 of those, and then maybe some of the Python Patrol that I found on sale at Target. But for the most part,
I saw a lot of those on sale at Target too.
For a lot of, but the crazy part about that is, I brought the Alley Vipers. Right, I paid full price for them. I brought like 20 all at one time on Big Bad Toy Store. You know what I'm saying? So I spent like 400 on them. So this was like 2 years ago, and they came. And when I received them from Big Bad Toy Store, the big box, a week or 2 later, they went on sale for like $15.
Yeah, of course. Classic. Yeah.
So
but you can't play
like,
that clearance chicken,
No, you can't.
Yes. And that's when I started playing it. I was like, you know what? After these Alley Vipers, I was like, I'm not gonna
like buy like 5 or something, and then kind of see how it goes. And
yes, and it worked out, especially for those Crimson Guard, because I had like 2 or 3, and then I found the rest of them, man, and then like I said, after that, man, I just kind of paced myself, to be honest with you.
Nice.
So hey to everybody in the chat. I think I already pulled everyone who's jumped in here. So hey, what's up, Defiant? Thanks so much, buddy. And then it takes a big budget to build Acid Rain. So that actually queued up a question. Are you just 6-inch, or do you also have a world of 4-inch as well?
I'm mostly 6-inch. Like the only thing I've made, like I every now and then I might do Star Wars vintage collection. You know, buy little pieces here and there that I might. Of course, I don't have a lot of 3 3/4 Joes, but I'm starting getting back into getting those. And,
really?
I have I probably have like 20 of them, but for the most part, 6-inch. Yeah.
Huh.
I'm curious to see what the Super 7 O-rings are going to be like. I wonder.
Yep.
I seen them at Joe Fest. They look pretty good. I like the twins. They look pretty good in the business suits, but they don't have any
the height like a normal 3 3/4, because the 5-point, the retro, what do they call those?
Oh, the reactions.
Yeah, the reaction ones. Yeah, they look a little small. So I was wondering if they were like going to be a little shrunken down. But
they look normal size, to be quite honest with you.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they do.
Well, cool. Let's kick off with some what you got. I got nothing. I got no toys, nothing in my hands.
I don't even have my camera pulled up.
I'm out of cat food. I'm out of napkins. I got nothing. So
I only got 2 things.
Did you?
We could almost skip this for this week.
Well, I mean, you know, but I want to live vicariously to see what you got.
All right.
You know.
Well, you know, let's ask another question while I pull my camera up.
So for army building, so I just watched your video a couple days ago, Mike or Michael. Sorry.
It doesn't matter, man.
It's your name. No, you tell me.
You can call me Mike. That's fine.
Okay, because people do that to me all the time. It's like, is Dom or Dominic? I'm like, just Dom. It's easier for you, right? So, yeah. So I just watched your video recently. If you guys in the chat haven't seen it though, Mike Army built destroyers like the Marvel Legends. I got him over here actually. He's too far over there. But the Marvel Legends, big old beast, and I was like, that's so cool. Are you gonna customize or do anything with those guys? Just leave them straight as destroyers.
I'm gonna leave them straight as destroyers, man.
There they are.
They're nice figures.
They're really cool.
I mean, as far as just how they look, as far as like how the metal on them, man, they look really good.
They're shockingly articulate.
They would look good as like just like a bunch of them. And be honest with you, I finally found them at Ollie's, and I grabbed them up, man. I grabbed them up. They are really imposing, and they take well to light also.
Yeah. They're really articulate for a big guy too. Like they really move around. That was surprising.
It's the rocker here. It's this abdominal rocker that you got here. Like he could really move. Like he could really bend.
Yeah,
be a big figure. Yeah. What I have came across is that some of the joints are stuck, so I'm gonna have to put some heat on them.
Oh yeah, okay.
But I haven't had a chance to do that yet because I haven't really did any real posing with these guys. But I do like this abdominal rocker. I thought that was the best thing they could do besides putting an ab crunch on there. He just moves really good, and they have some nice. It almost kind of looks like wash in the cracks of it in the front. I don't think it has too much on the back. But that front just
what a flat ass too. There's nothing going on there. Do more squats, man.
There's no one in there.
You know what pops out the most about this figure? Like look at it along the edge of the body, the spikes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that profile line there.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's a good figure. I got it for that Thor. I really like the beard Thor from the 90s Thor. And then I was like, I'll get a destroyer too. And I got the destroyer. I was like, dang, that was probably one of my favorite Marvel Legends 2-packs, to be honest, because I was happy with both figures, and I thought the destroyer was going to be like the kind of like a select, but I was like, man, this guy can move around. Like, real happy with him. So
yeah, I mean, there was a lot of sleeper figures in those 2-packs.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And those Thors, man. I'm so tired of seeing that Thor. I know in the video you probably heard me say if anybody wants a Thor,
you're just giving it away.
Yeah, I gave them away too. I sent 2 of them in the mail this morning.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because I already have like 5 of those Thors, man. But like, look at all these guys together.
That's amazing. Look at that.
That's awesome.
Look at this shit, man.
basically like spiked knuckles you got there in your hand. Look at that.
Yeah,
Are you
five of them, that's
incorporating that into your Joes, or do you have a Marvel Legends collection?
Oh, I have a huge Marvel Legends collection.
yeah.
I have several huge collections. I have a huge
I think I've
wrestling.
only seen your G.I. Joe videos. I don't think I've ever seen any of your others.
Say that you said you only seen the G.I. Joe?
Yeah.
Well, because that's my favorite line. That's mostly what you will see. But I have a show called Palette Picks, and that's most of the time when I show Marvel Legends, things of that nature. Just extra figures besides G.I. Joe. Or I want to talk about them because I really don't do like close, tight knit reviews. I just really kind of just gloat over the figure. That's my review.
So before we're gonna get to you here in a minute, but one of the things I told Joe when I saw your channel was like, "Hey, this guy plays with his toys. Go check this out." Right? I was like, "Go check out like the setup."
I was like, yes, I see that.
Yeah, it's not a review channel. Like he's out there. He's got him in the grass. He's got the Sentinel video was pretty cool too. So, but we'll get to that.
I was in some of your pictures, obviously.
Yeah, we'll get to that one. Okay, all right, Joe, what you got, buddy?
Weirdly on the Marvel Legends note, which I rarely buy, so this is weird for me. I got a Captain America.
Man. You
Bucky
said you were gonna get that guy. That's crazy.
I did, but then he was like super hard to find and like sold out right away. And I was like, eh. And then I saw him on Amazon for like $50, and I was like, no thanks.
Oh wow.
But eventually, I guess he found his way to like Ross for or something. It was only like $10. So the price came way down on Amazon to like $18. So I just grabbed him.
That is pretty cool.
So this is pretty old in terms of when it came out, but like brand new to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm actually one of the people that like this costume. So, and also I love Bucky. So this was just like, this one I wanted. And, at the time when it first released, I just couldn't get my hands on it without paying exorbitant amounts of money. And I was like, I'll just wait. If it's gone, it's gone. And if it's not, I'll grab it.
Yeah.
That's Bucky.
My holdout cap is the 70th or 50th anniversary, whatever it was, the redo of the Toy Biz one. I slept on that one, and I'm like, man, I gotta get a perfect cap.
That one is cool. I have the ultimate cap from like around that period of time, but it was just
I put an Outback head on mine.
Oh yeah, I noticed that in some of your pictures.
I saw that in the pictures.
I got it from my man Zilla. Guy named Zilla. And it just fits so well. He has a blue bandana on there.
Wait, hold on. Which Zilla?
Josh
Wintzilla?
I guess he runs with Skelly.
Yeah, I think
that's probably Josh. Yeah. Never
wears
wears sleeves
all the time.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. That was a giveaway right there. Never wears
sleeves. We were about to have Josh on with you tonight.
Actually, we tried to get him on tonight because I was like, hey, we got a photographer on. Josh does really good photos too. But
nice.
He's got Rad Galaxy. Oh wait, I think you're on Rad's show, the World Maker Consortium, right?
Yes. About 4 months ago.
Okay, so Rad's traveling from Canada. He's doing like a tour of other toy guys. He's gonna
this is my other pickup for this.
Nice.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, the Stinger, nice.
Yeah, pretty sweet. My son's already played with it and ripped the missiles off and just rammed it down the hallway and rammed it into the vamp.
Perfect.
But it's pretty sweet. I mean, the vamp's awesome. This is equally as cool. I mean, you can kind of see it there, but it's got red like dash light on it and stuff. It's pretty cool. I don't mind.
This is $100, right? $99.
Yeah, this is $100.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, it comes with a figure, so I guess 80 for the Jeep.
But I'm only price comparing to like the Vanguard, which is 200. I just wrap my head around
this one. Okay. It's so funny because the Vamp doesn't have this in the back for them to stand on, and it has machine guns and the missiles that fire, and always I'm like, they ain't got that backwards. I like the door. It's pretty cool with the doors and the top. I like it, but it also is kind of
absolutely
figures in there. So
you guys have quality guests, fam, and of course I'm going to poach them. Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, the Stinger, pretty sweet. I love this claws on the front. This grill.
Oh, neat.
That it has. This had like a bar of lights on the vamp.
I see.
So it's got like a separate clip-on thing. It's a little different. I mean, obviously they made it look like the Stinger, but but it's pretty sweet.
Mike, do you have? I've seen some vehicles in your setup, so I can't keep track of what you've got. Have you got the Stinger already?
No, I'm waiting. I'm waiting on from Big Bad Toy Store.
Okay.
Yeah, mine. I feel like mine came pretty fast.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a notice or anything, but it's cool because
it must be around the corner. I bet.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the Vanguard. Like that should be here in a couple of days, and I'm waiting on probably about 100 or 150 bucks worth of add-ons from Gridiron to my Vamp.
That's what. Oh yeah, so that brings that topic up. The Gridiron add-ons. Like, what are you looking at getting? Because I definitely want some. I think I want to. Speaking of missiles on the back of the Stinger, I think I want to take those off and just get one of their gun setups.
Yeah,
I'd rather have a gun truck than a missile truck. I mean, we already have the towed missile thing, and the side missiles on the hiss. So I'm just like, I don't need more missiles. I'd rather have like a gun truck where they could, hop on the back of it.
Yeah, I'm for one thing, what sold me was the tires, because I've been seeing people add stuff for months, like different little attachments, and I'm like, okay, man, they're going crazy with this stuff. I wasn't paying no attention, and then about a week ago, I seen Tony's Figs, and he had his with those tires, those big beefy mud tires.
Yeah,
and I gotta have that. So I grabbed that, and I grabbed the fifth wheel for the back. The gunner seat. I grabbed the
gunner seat's cool.
Yes, and you have to get that to do the fifth wheel on the back.
I didn't know that.
That's the only reason that I kind of got it to get that set up. And I grabbed the Recon Jungle Roof with the skeleton doors. And then I grabbed a driver's side mount also. Now I want to get
that list just kept going. I was like,
Well, see, the only reason I jumped out there and got crazy with it like that, because when stuff like, because I don't order from Gridiron a lot.
Neither do I. Yeah.
I'm not really into it like that.
Very rare things.
It's a little pricey for me, but if I do want something, I'll grab it from them. And what I did is I do like the credit purchase, like pay in 4.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah,
kind of break it down 2 weeks apart, so $50 every 2 weeks. Split off my
that's
back.
Not a big deal.
I did that with the Vanguard too, because the Vanguard is a truck that I wanted, but I'm not crazy over it, to be quite honest with
I'm not crazy over it either, and that's kind of what I mean. It's funny you bring that up, because like I've almost bought one like 3 times. I'm like, nah. Like it's just too big, I think. Like
to me, it's really nothing. It's nothing special about it. And I hate to say it like that, but at the same time, that's the reason I want it, because I wanted a truck for my G.I. Joe Night Force.
Yeah. Just like a
Night Force kind of reminds me more of kind of like a CIA.
For sure.
Subdued.
You remember that movie Ronin?
Yeah, of course.
Robert De Niro, stuff like that. You're in Europe, driving through like tiny streets, and just kind of a truck like that. Man.
So I watched B's Battlegrounds review on it, and I don't usually watch reviews, but he had mixed feelings about it. He hated the guns, like that's interesting. But he said it's actually based on a real model vehicle that private corporations use as like security vehicles. Like it's got like electrified door handles and like smoke, like all sorts of like escape and evade type thing. So Ronin is a perfect example, because that's the kind of dudes that actually
with that awesome like Paris chase scene, right?
Yeah, and Sean Bean, of course, he doesn't die, but he turns out to be like a faker or whatever.
And the guy that's had like the professionals
in it.
Yeah.
All
right, just making sure I'm thinking of the right movie.
Leon. So it looks plain Jane, but honestly, like I think that's his appeal in a world of tanks and Stingers and Vamps. Like it's kind of cool just to have a tactical SUV. Like people are bagging it. I'm like, then don't buy it. Go buy it cheap.
So that part I don't mind. Like, it's just for me, it was just like it's as long and big as the Hiss tank. And that is like. I don't know. I kind of since that's probably going to be one of the only tanks I get, unless I grab one of those ramen tanks or whatever.
I want to get a ramen tank.
Whatever the next HasLab is.
That ramen tank is wonderful. But see,
I think I want one to make it the Wolverine though, just because we already have a cover.
I thought about it, but then I was like, no, I think I'm just good with the tank, because I was about to get that piece and add on that part before that sale ended. But I was like, you know what? I'm just good with the regular tank. But that's crazy that you mentioned ramen, because you have the bread van now that's out for it's going to be out for $100.
Yeah,
you have
that's the van that I would buy.
Correct.
I'll buy the sliding door van where they just spray into the street and drive by.
I didn't trust them, but until I went to Joe Fest and seen ramen straight up, okay, I was like, all right, I'm a believer now. You guys, you showed up to Joe Fest. I see a physical product. I like it. So I'm just saying with the Vanguard, it's like I like it for a regular vehicle, but I like my regular vehicles a little less. As far as cost, I wouldn't want to spend $200 for a regular truck.
Just make it more square.
Say that again.
No, to Dom. Wait, make your window more square, Dom.
Oh, but
instead of rectangular.
So if he would have came out with that Vanguard about a year ago, he would have had a better market. See, as the time goes on, there's more and more vehicle options come out. That's why there's not a big argument on 12 because it's not just one. The Engines of Vengeance, you want to argue over that. Now you have several different companies like this truck here.
Here we go. Hey, what's up, Pirates? Thanks for joining.
That came from Tractor Supply. This is
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's great.
But you have to customize this. So I will give the Vanguard that. It's already ready to go. Like, this is made for 6-inch figures, but to me and my playability, the Vanguard, I wouldn't necessarily say on the same level as this, but I treat it as the same level as this because I'm treating it like a regular truck. But I didn't pay for this. You know what I'm saying? So
it's so in the military you call them technicals, right? So when like the insurgents would just use a Toyota, it's a technical truck, and that's kind of what that's fitting in, right? It's like something you took off the streets, you souped up a little bit, you spray painted it, right? Some olive drab, you threw a machine gun in the back, and then you got a pickup truck. So that's a great. That's
pretty much, man.
Yeah.
But
it's still only 140.
Huh. Oh, it is.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, the early bird's still on there.
I want,
but I mean, I don't. There's no. Although the bridge layer is super cool.
I want the cool dual barrel black one to put.
I know, but
I'm gonna use it for. Wait, no, but I'm gonna use it
neon red. I'm
gonna use it for 4-inch figures. We have that giant. It'll be a super tank. So.
I mean, it's really cool. Don't get me wrong. It's just like the bright red, and I know what he's doing. It's like that homage to those like Night Force remakes or reprints of like the APC and stuff like that.
It's like the reverse of the Crimson Mobat almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah. At any rate, this looks super cool. I mean, and the early bird's price is still on there, so like it's definitely worth.
So are you steering over to these, Mike? You think you're gonna grab one of these?
Oh yeah, I already put a deposit down for it.
Oh, did you? Which one? I missed it. Which one did you see?
The Hunter.
Oh, you are? Okay, yeah. Classic.
I didn't get any extra attachments. What I want to happen is it reach that goal so you can get that blast effect with it.
Yeah. This cool. It's right here. Yeah.
What's it at now? Oh, it's gonna get
there. It's close. Yeah, 1027.
Look at that blast.
It only needs 1500, and mine will be one of them.
Yeah. And what I did with that, I just put a 50 deposit on and just whip me the option to charge me when it finally starts to ship, man.
I saw that too. That's smart. 5K Toys does a lot too, where it's like, hey, just pay this much up front and we'll charge the rest later. I'm like, man, thank you for letting that spread out.
Like this Wolverine add on
that's
it's not worth it.
Now, I just that Vanguard, what I did was with that, I just did a thing where I took out not a 10-month loan, but I went on a 10-month where I pay $18 a month.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, that's not bad.
You know what I'm saying? Like when stuff kind of gets like out of my reach, I'm kind of like, I don't know.
I did that for something.
No sweat on my back
until it's 2 weeks later, and you're like, oh wait, I just got $50 this week, and then 18, and then 20,
then 18.
and then 16, and then, oh shit. Oh no.
That's why you can't do it for everything. But for these big things, it does help a lot.
No, it makes sense.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, man. Like big ticket items or anything like that. Yeah, I'll do it. But you're right though. It will start adding up if you're not careful, man. You have like 8 things.
Yeah.
I should jump on it before this price goes up for sure. You know, that $50, that pay in full after the $50 doesn't hurt as bad when it's
exactly
90.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Or whatever my math is.
Say 1,027. Yeah, you're really
it's getting close to that blast effect too. Yeah. Don't you think they're gonna HasLab a Mobat though, or some sort of tank?
We'll see, and that's what if.
But it's probably going to be way more money, though, right?
Yes, if Classified does that, then they're shit out of luck because I'm sticking with my ramen.
Oh, there you go.
It works on their end too. And see, and what ramen is doing, they're coming at a time of a gap where G.I. Joe doesn't have a tank.
Yeah, because they have all we have is the Dragonfly. It's not even here yet. Right. And then by the time they get past the Rattler to the next HasLab, it'll be
here.
No.
And
that's another thing I
don't. But
yeah,
I'm good with that tank. I wouldn't need anything else.
It's another reason I was kind of like waffling on the Wolverine add-on, because like if there's a smaller tank that they might make like kind of the size of a vamp, it would be like a Wolverine kind of like
Correct.
a smaller.
That's why I didn't get
tank,
that piece.
So.
That's why I didn't buy that piece. I'm like, what am I doing here, man? Just get the green army tank. That's what you want. You know, maybe G.I. Joe will come out with a Wolverine, and it will be because I don't think it's that big as that Hunter. You know, I think it's a little bit smaller.
The Hunter's bigger than
yeah
what a normal Wolverine scaled up would look like, I think.
Yeah.
Get better, Pirates. Seal soon. And then actually, this is a good segue here because I want to start talking about that table and some of your setups you got going on.
Yeah, let's discuss.
So I have heard that you can't world build with 6-inch figures. Is that true or false, Mike?
That is false. You have to have a big enough area.
There you go.
Sometimes that's not big enough. But as far as framing wise, but I still are able to fit enough in there. And what I've noticed about myself is a lot of people take pictures close up. If you ever notice about a lot of my pictures, they have a wide frame on them.
Yeah,
spread, and I can't help it because
the table, your setup kind of provides for that. You know
that.
Yes.
I really liked that video. First of all, you had a bodega, and as soon as you said that, I was like, man, that instantly, because it was like an immersion factor. It wasn't just a restaurant; it's just such a wall. You're like, no, this is the bodega, and you started naming things, and I was like, all right, I'm hooked. This guy is actually world building with his pictures right there. He's even Lando's, yeah. So, and here's that wide frame you're talking about. This was a fun video with the Sentinel, with the big Hazlet Sentinel and the small ones in front of it. You want to talk to that?
Yeah, and this video right here, this came from my Gambit video. It's called Aces High. And if anybody's watching, hey, check that video out because it really didn't get a lot of views on it, but it was just picking up on the story. And basically what I'm doing here is kind of splicing G.I. Joe in with Marvel. I like to mix my characters, to be honest with you. If I can make my own storyline and kind of mix them, I like to do that.
Joe, pull that one back up because you've got a Dragon Ball Z figure just as we're running around the streets of civilian right there. You can see it. I can't remember his name, like, but
Mr. Satin.
Yeah, he's just running around being a civilian. I was like, that's awesome. There's that custom MTV shirt wearing out back there.
Yes, my man Paul from Hyperdrive Collections, he made that, man. He does a lot of good stuff with Rit dye. He actually dyes his figures instead of paint.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. So he has a video out, Hyperdrive Collections. If you guys want to check that out, check it out. But
nice.
He made that for me.
Look at that. That is awesome. That hand.
Yeah, man. I had a lot of fun. I caught a lot of great frames. I caught a lot of great lighting. And just I had a lot of great creativity making those first couple of Sentinel videos, man. And I'm gonna pick back up on it here in a couple of weeks. I just really kind of just taking a break and kind of finish that off, man. But the cool thing about the table, it never really ends as far as what scenario.
Yeah, you can always reset it.
I could do, you know.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I could do a total snow video. I could do a total desert video. I just haven't got to it yet. Right now, I'm just.
Oh, I was actually going to ask that.
Yeah,
so like you have the dollhouse behind you, but the Sentinels are clearly. Is that like made out of foam or something, or are those diorama props that you bought?
Actually, I got those props from High School Creations about 4 years ago, before I even had a YouTube channel. Like I brought a lot of stuff rolling in. Like I'm gonna have a YouTube channel. I want to do something fun because, be honest with you, when I first started my YouTube channel, this is kind of the direction I wanted to go.
Yeah.
But I wanted to do stop motion, but I just didn't have the chops up to do it just yet. So I started doing reviews and just talking about toys. And now where I'm at on my channel, as far as this table, diorama setups, telling a story, that's where the way I want to go with my channel. But these props came from High School Creations. I brought them 4 years ago. And that dollhouse is actually a Loving Family, like play school dollhouse. Who's it? No, Fisher Price, Loving Family Fisher Price dollhouse that I just painted up myself.
Look at that. You want? Can you? I don't know what kind of camera setup you got here. If you want.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, sure. So while you're moving that, we were talking backstage, but like one of the videos I saw was a classified setup And he had a grass field out there, and I was like, Joe, this guy plays with his toys. It's awesome. Check it out. And like that's where we started jumping in. But like your Sentinel one too, just how you're describing, like I had fun with this shot. I had fun doing that things. Like you're out there playing with it. You're just enjoying the moments, and you capture some like immersion while you're having fun. That's like one of the appeals to it. You can see that in the shots too. You know, you can like this guy's having fun out there, man.
Oh yeah, because a lot of people really don't do it. It's really just strictly business. Here's the latest figure. Here you go.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is not bad. Can you guys kind of see that?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, for sure. I love. There's a certain way you can almost tell people that like move around and play with, or move their toys around and play with it and set them up for pictures, more than just the people that just buy toys and stick them on the shelves. By the way they're articulated in a certain shot, you can always like, you can almost identify it right away. Just like that guy clearly spends time moving that figure around.
The character speaking to the pose,
man. That's what that's how I kind of came into collection action figures way back in the day. But this house right here is a Loving Family preschool house. They are actually really expensive on the aftermarket. Like as far as just fully intact for people who collect houses. But I found this on the side of the road back in like 2020, and I already knew. I was like, man, I could use that for my action figures one day. So
that's a perfect X-Men mansion.
It's actually like pink and like just dolly house colors. But see, what I did is I went when I went to paint this up, I was thinking of a New York brownstone.
Right. Oh, okay. All right.
I brought earth tone spray paints. I brought the brown here and then a brick red, so to kind of get that feeling. Now I don't know if you can see this or not, but did you see the X-Men symbol here?
No, it's a little bit
kind of glared, but
okay, I'm sorry. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer here.
It should be.
There you go.
There you go.
You see that X-Men symbol there?
Yeah.
That is actually from a Marvel Legends package. I just cut out the circle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, easy.
It's the perfect size.
Yeah.
No, it fit right on this kind of like protruding circle, man. I was like, you know what? This would be some type of X-Men house or something like that, man.
Yeah, it's perfect for an X-Men mansion.
Yeah, just makeshift, and that's what really my channel is about, man. Like I don't have the really set the skill set or anything like that, but I just take everyday items that you can use and try to make something out of them and make a shot.
Yeah. Do you have the grass field you used for that G.I. Joe one? Did you?
Hold on, I'll grab it right quick.
Yeah. Sorry, I put you on the spot, but it's just because Joe and I have constantly looked for like the perfect, like, hey, this could work for, you know what I mean? Looking for that.
Yeah,
like,
that's the same little square thing.
Yes. Yeah.
This comes from Michaels.
Yeah, is that like a fish tank thing or something? Or
no, it's for like a garden stuff, man. Be honest with you.
And they pop off. Each one of those can pop off the peg at the bottom too, so you can like.
That's cool. Yep. You see.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Like same thing you would like use like kind of like house decorations.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. They cost about $10 a piece. To be quite honest with you.
That's a lot. You gotta get that Michael's 30% off every time you go in.
Yeah. I think I brought them on sale, but just stuff like that. You just go buy 2 1 week, buy 2 another week. You know what I'm saying? It starts to grow, man.
Just
but
spread out. Put another thing on payment plans. So Tim says he's imagining a kid was playing with the house by the road, left it to get a snack, came back out, saw you loading it to your car and driving away.
Never play with your dollhouse by the road. Everyone knows that.
That's awesome.
Some toy collectors are gonna come by and make it the X-Men mansion.
Yeah, I also got another one that a guy gave me too at the flea market one time.
Nice.
I made a tower out of it. Matter of fact, I'll grab it right here also.
Sure. It's funny. I mean, Dom knows this, but I'm building a dollhouse for my daughter right now out of like, it's supposed to be easy to pop out pieces of wood, but every single piece splinters and I have to like sand it. And I'm like, I should have just bought her a dollhouse.
But yeah, like, so I this is another one that I did.
That's cool. That almost looks like a firehouse.
Correct.
Yeah.
One video I made it like a watchtower.
Right.
Like a abandoned building that G.I. Joe turned into a watchtower.
Wait, turn it to its side. I want to see that side window again. What's that side? That looks awesome. That top window at the top there. That looks like almost like a Doctor Strange thing. What a cool.
Oh yeah, that does kind of look like.
Man, a lot of character in this thing. That's
and look on the inside. That was the original color of it, kind of like that.
That yellowish.
Yeah, you see the yellowish. You know, that was
and
the
then
original
pink on the
color.
top.
But,
Yeah.
Oh, that's the color of my bedroom, pink and yellow. Yeah, that's my colors.
but I did this one kind of like in a gray earth
cool.
tone with a red brick, man. You know,
I like it.
Just little stuff, man. Because to be honest with you, it'd just be kind of like background in a scene or whatnot. Let me turn this light down a little bit. And
Bjorn, we've used those grass for 4-inch figures. They're great for they're like waist high, shoulder high kind of grass, like the raptor scene in Jurassic Park. You know what I mean? That's what those grass are pretty high.
Yes, and so that's what it always reminds me of.
Yeah,
and I have some of those what was those Amber collection Raptors.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you know what? I one of those pictures I sent you with Recondo, I believe I have them.
Let's go. I was just gonna say, let's go through the rest of your pictures here.
Some pictures, some pretty pictures.
I don't know what this first. Oh, this first one's just the MTV shirt. That's awesome, by the way.
I love
that to you.
Yes, a guy named Paul from Hyperdrive Collections. He sent that to me, man. I love that Outback so much. I want to make different iterations of him with just like different shirts, different dyed, paint and straps.
That's funny you say that. When we did our top 10 for that year or whatever, I was like, and number 4 is Outback. And I was like, really? And I was like, I love this toy. I can't explain it.
You picked a Tiger Outback, didn't you?
Yeah, the Tiger.
Tiger Outback is probably one of my favorite classified figures.
He really is up there for me.
Yeah, he's up there for me too, man.
It's funny, because when I got it, I'll play with my daughter a lot. But I don't pull the classified down too much. I'll pull 1 or 2 and be like, these are my characters while you're playing with, He-Man toys.
Mm-hmm.
And Outback is I go to him all the time.
Oh yeah. That's behind Major Blood. He's like the second or third favorite classified.
What's up, Floyd? Thanks for joining. You said Major Blood?
Oh yeah, Major Blood.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's so good. Oh, so good.
Major Blood
in this picture.
Major Blood, Outback, Rock and Roll. Some of my favorite classifieds.
Rock and Roll is
so good.
So
good. And if you could ever make a perfect action figure, that body, he has that perfect action figure body, man. He was a stud, to be quite honest with you. But that photo that you
go ahead.
Mike, you got a question here real quick here.
Oh no, go ahead.
Do you have an action figure of yourself?
No, I don't have an avatar, man. I just hadn't got around a chance to make one. But I noticed people have, because matter of fact, Zilla was the first person who ever asked me that. I was like, do you have an avatar? I was like, no, I don't either. I don't, man.
Yeah. I want to make a G.I. Joe of me, but at the same time, I'm every time I look at a head sculpt, I'm like, I'm not that handsome. I don't have muscles like that.
Joe, you could totally pull off the cowboy sheriff from Mandalorian, though. The guy with the red shirt. He's got the same kind. Yeah, he got the same hair, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I got the tall hair.
Yeah. I gotta kind of find some and do that one day.
Yeah. I'll find one of those Mandalorian heads and I'll pop them on a G.I. Joe.
You were saying about this picture. What were you saying, Mike? Sorry, I cut you off.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah.
No, man. Just that picture right there, that scene. That was just one. Sometimes you have fun really shooting. I think I caught great lighting off that scene. Yeah, as far as how they're illuminated, how you can see them, and it was just good positioning. Very subtle moves, but
there you go.
It was a nice shot. I like that,
man.
So here's what you don't notice immediately behind it. That tank in the background. That's
his tank.
So that shows the depth, how big this is.
That's the
right?
field of the table.
Yeah.
It allows you to blur a his tank in the background.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's.
And I deal with it so much, I forget, stuff about that, and that's great. So when people are watching it, they're like, "Wow, this is."
Yeah, they see stuff like that.
He's covering a wide area here. That's a whole.
On that note, let me get to my favorite shot, and one of my favorite toys is
Oh, that was so good. Right, that's so good.
Tunnel Rat is really high on my list of favorite figures, but just favorite G.I. Joes.
That's one of my favorite favorite shots, man. Beyond
I love the shot. I love the pipe thing. Is that just like a gardening pipe for your
yeah. That's a 4-inch that's a 6-inch curated pipe. That's it from outside. And you see around the rim there?
Yeah.
Of it, that's actual dirt. So
I assumed you painted that.
No. That's actually dirt. Or
you're like, let me just Let me get a new pipe for outside. I'll just take the old one inside.
Yeah. So when I do stuff like that, if it has dust on it or anything like that, once I take that shot and put the right lighting on it, it'll start illuminating. So no, I didn't. That's not paint or anything. That's a real pipe from a construction.
Yeah, that looks great. Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing makes texture and fake dirt look better than actual dirt, right?
Than
You know what I
actual
mean?
real
So,
dirt.
yeah. They're just using dirt. Yeah. So, is that a recreation of the comic? Huh. I don't
This
think.
one or
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what story.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because be
I don't
honest
think
with you,
so.
I was that's off my own storyline that I was doing.
Yeah.
They were on the run then, and they got separated. Tunnel Rat was on a 4-wheeler, and Low Light and Bazooka got caught up with Junkyard, and was pretty much on the run too, and that his tank was chasing them. So that was just the storyline I went off of.
So in one of your videos, you're doing a setup. I don't remember. You're moving. I think it's a Sentinel video. If I should have linked that in the freaking description, because what I really enjoyed about that was you showed. It answers a lot of the chat's questions here. How you set up the buildings, how you like build your facades, how you had to like capture the Sentinel into that shot too, because he's gigantic, right?
Yes.
But I think there was 2 kids running around in that video too. I'm gonna assume they were yours.
Yes.
Okay,
I think you're talking about like actual. Well, I was about to say. You know what I was about to say? Oh, you talking about Ned and Peter Parker?
No. Yeah. Real life 1-to-1 scale children moving around.
I think there was some children in there.
Yeah.
Yes, that was Peter Parker and his guy in the chair.
I forgot we're talking about toys. Anyway, all right. So how do you maintain all your setups and have the kids? Are they constantly going through your stuff too? Do you let them just go through it?
Well, it was just one of them times, man, where I had to get something done. In videos like that, like when I have to get something done and simply move stuff around, it doesn't matter if they're in here making noise or whatnot, because more than likely I'm gonna mute that scene out and it's just gonna show my actions moving.
Yeah.
And then they can come down too or whatnot, because when I make those videos, it takes me like a week to do
exactly.
to make the video. And now if I had the time to do it, I could probably knock it out in a day. But work, family life
gets in the way. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's better sometimes when I just do little splices each day, because when I finally get everything grouped up and edited, I'm like, man, this was some good stuff. I took my time, or I had another idea, to do something, man. So no, that was just one of them times. Like a lot of times I bring them down when I have to move that setup around. And that's one of the cool things about the table, that I just kind of wanted to. I know people are doing it, but not a lot of people are doing it because they don't have time, or maybe they just don't want to make the time to show you, like, hey, this is how I did it. And me, I'm still in my eyes a novice, but my passion for capturing toys kind of puts me up there a little bit, as far as drive or whatnot. So I want to show you how I'm going through this process, and even if you don't want to do it, I still think it's an interesting thing to show.
I think so. No, there's still curiosity, because people might not have the energy to think they don't have the skill, but they're like, how did that happen? It's like, oh, look, not that, either you show them it's not that hard, or they're just, it's just fun. It's entertainment for me to be able to see that. Right. So, and then do you let your kids play with your G.I. Joes?
Kind of.
I'm
the same way. I let them play with it.
They're not ready. They're kind of too young. I will let them hold a Joe, but I could buy them their own Joes to mess around with, and I do. I go to Ollie's. I'll buy like some bullshit for like 5 or 6, like some Power Rangers.
How old are your kids?
5 and 3.
Okay, that's almost exactly my kids.
Yeah, so they just. I just know a foot is going to be by an ear.
Oh yeah. They're not great with the articulate. Well, like my son's, he's 2.5. Well, he's almost 3, but he'll be 3 in October. Anyway, but like he was the one who's rolling the trucks around. He calls them Dada cars because he's like, because he knows they're mine.
Well, that's like, adorable.
But he's like, I just got one. I just got the black, the Stinger. He's like, the black Dada car, and he's like rolling it down the hallway. And I'm like, you're gonna smash that into something, but all right, kind of thing.
Here's my thing. So I'm not judging you both being terrible parents, but here's my thing. So like, I just take all the figures.
Still let them do it.
I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Relax. The fact that you're sharing any of this world with your kids is fantastic, right? So I'm just joking. But like, I used to get really worried about paint scuffing, or like, because especially the Mythic Legions, like This dude out of the package, I tried to put on his ponytail and he got a purple streak down his head. I'm like, no. But then all the stuff that we get to do with the figures and play and have fun, I'm like, you know what? It's worth any breaks, lost accessories, paint scuffs. Because in like 10 years, I don't care if it's immaculate. I'm going to look at it the same way as I look at my old He-Man that I had when I was a kid who's battered to hell. I'm like, man, we had a lot of fun with this. And that's kind of like, I just let go of that and like, it's been loved. So if all my brand new figures get loved,
it's
I'm
not
like,
the paint scuffing and stuff like that for me. It's
breaking
like,
anything,
it's
you
the
know what I mean?
losing stuff. So I will like strip accessories off of them and then be like, here, now you can play with Scarlet.
So,
But like, for the
I
most
just
part,
found a Pintor snake from 6 months ago. Yeah. But you know, man, I buy them articulated action figures for them to mess around with.
for sure.
Yeah.
But they want my shit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
dad
I
stuff.
noticed
It's
that
cool.
too, and that's why I immediately started like I started getting my son the He-Man Origins for the most part, and then eventually I was like, why am I getting these? I'm just gonna get the Masterverse. He already likes the Masterverse ones. Like it took him 2 minutes to be like, these are cooler, and I was like, all right, well, I'm just gonna start getting him those. But yeah, he's obsessed with vehicles, so right now he just cares about the his tanks and like, you know, the Jeeps and stuff. Eventually I'm like, you know, there's a guy that can go in there, you know, kind of thing. I'm getting him there. But
Nice.
What are the shots we got here?
well, there's this Swamp Thing one that we've put up a couple times and not talked about.
Oh,
What's going on
cool.
here? Is this a Cobra monster, or is this just a fun shot?
Just a fun shot. Just once again going along with a storyline of that episode of the table. Basically, G.I. Joe's they had a shootout with Cobra and they escaped on a boat through the jungle river,
and they just encountered Swamp Thing.
Yeah, and then they
I
came
love that.
Swamp Thing. He was stalking them the whole time, and this is when he finally emerges. See this right here? You see this shot here?
Yeah,
This is the gunfight they got into.
this is where they got separated.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yep. So and then they ran into Swamp Thing in between that. But see, that's how I like to integrate my toys. Just, you know, if it's a good storyline, why not put them in? You know?
Yeah. That's so again, right? So like playing with the toys, like, hey, I'm gonna keep posing this. This is how I, you know, the narrative, like you could see that. And I was like, Joe, this guy plays with his toys like us. Go check this out, right? So instantly.
Yeah.
So it's same spirit, right? Like, and I'm not bagging photographers, right? But there is something different about trying to get like the perfect shot that shows the character and like, you know, in action, and you got the lighting and everything that's just like beautiful, but it's like a comic book cover as opposed to actually seeing an immersive
But there's something about that organic nature. Playing with it, and then that brings about the good
either,
shots.
Obviously. So like, not to play, but you could see the continuity. This pose is one pose, and that was it for the photo. But yours, there's a continuity to it, and that was really appealing to you. I'm like, oh, I get to see this evolve, and like that's really cool. And it's a quality photos too, right? So that's pretty unique,
yeah, man. And that's the thing. Like I said, I'm trying to go into. I wish I could do a full stop motion and show you the story, but this is how I'm getting to it.
Yeah, so much time. So I thought I would do stop motion a long time ago, and I was like, I don't have time for this crap. So I just do still. Like I love G.I. Joeberg, but I can't allow myself to have a hand or do this. It's a little, I don't know, like I'm not secure enough with my ability to
tell the story good enough.
Yeah,
you kind of forget about the hands, which that's what they do.
Yes, exactly. So
You know.
I've gone to still photos and trying to add movement whenever I can where I'm not in there, and I'm comfortable with that level because it's not stop motion. And if you take enough photos, you're not lingering on one frame for too long. I think it allows people's brains to be like, oh, that's good. Here's something, you know, the brain's like, here's a new scene for you to process. So,
and I thought about that myself too, like, because I was like, how can I get this thing going? I was like, how can I? And I am too. I'm that's like one of my next things. So I think I told myself, I'm like, let's just take steps. I got my channel established. I mean, I'm not on top, but it's damn sure well established and moving forward. It's a good rapport. So
and if you don't know who Savage is, go check out his channel, everybody. Links in the description
you got
below.
a couple of the chats already said they are checking out your stuff right now too. So that's good. Thanks, guys.
So like I wanna see like how can I go into what I originally wanted to do is actually have some action figure media of stories that I tell, just like how I do on the table. So what I'll probably do is a mix. What I was trying to think is like have some steel frame, because if you look at it in some cartoons, they do that. Take Dragon Ball.
They'll have a panning shot or something, and no one's really moving.
Yes, and well, even in Dragon Ball, they might have a scene where he's going and it's just still, and the only thing you see is moving his eyes, like going like that.
Oh yeah.
Dragon Ball Z is huge for still frames, and they're doing that because they're like, well, shit, we got to draw this.
Yeah, exactly.
Still frame, so it's in the stop motion is really the same thing as that because they have to do thousands of drawings in a cartoon. So
there was a couple of scenes or shots in like X-Men '97 that were like motion comic, like it would pop, like when Wolverine's metal got ripped out. Like, and it was like slowly moving and warping, but really wasn't really animated. It was just kind of like moving
correct. So just doing little tricks of the trade. So I think I'm gonna have a mix of all of the animation. I'm gonna have the hand animation, still motion, and maybe like for a chase scene or a fight scene, do the full stop motion.
Yeah, there you go.
So
yeah, that's awesome.
Episode is not that, so I'm just trying to brainstorm on what I want.
I'm excited to see where that goes. I just sent you a video that I really enjoyed doing. I just sent you to see what I did recently. I guess it's almost been a year now, but anyways, it's just still photos. Only 5 minutes. There's no obligation to watch it. You have to watch it. So you got a question on what do you use for your photography? Yeah, big suspense for your photography.
To my far as camera wise,
I assume.
So. Yeah, well, okay, just the setup. Okay, yeah. Well, I use a Sony ZV-1, which is really a vlogging camera, but I started taking pictures with it, and it does good for me. It's a pretty cool camera. I got this extra piece added on, but Sony ZV-1, nothing crazy, man. I kind of want to take this camera and just use it for like my vlogging, like type ordeal when I just talk about toys and maybe kind of get me a Canon or something like that, man. Eventually,
that's mirrorless, right?
Huh?
That's mirrorless, right? It doesn't have any mirror in it. It's a what the hell's it called? They took the mirrors out. That's why it's not so thick. DSLR. Crap! I completely forgot what those are called. Moving on.
DSLR, right?
Yeah, but they took the mirrors out of the back for the digital, so they're thinner now. Right, so but they're more they're more expensive. So
yeah, it was like I brought it like 4 years ago. It was about $800 then.
At all.
Yeah, it's a great camera though. It gets the job done. I mean,
if it's keeping up for 4 years, I mean,
look at these photos here, man. Yeah.
And then just I use my ring lights, and then I use my smaller cube lights. These lights right here, I just kind of came across. Let me turn this.
Yeah, I think I've seen some of those.
And they have magnets in them.
Is that a little? Yeah. I've got like the little loom cube things I use.
And that's basically what this is. Yeah. So I've been learning along the way because for a long time, I was taking pictures with the ring light and maybe another smaller light because I just didn't really trust the small lights. I'm like, man, it's not getting enough light.
So is that what's lighting up like the buildings, say in this shot, like in the back, in the windows and stuff?
Yes, the cube lights are inside. Yes.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, cube lights are inside, and I probably had the ring light shining over just a little bit just to kind of bring like the forefront out.
I like the mix of the little sentinels with the giant sentinels.
Yes. So just kind of mix, but all in the buildings back there, those colorful lights, those are all the cube lights.
I feel like you can never have enough of those because you just scatter them. You can just scatter them everywhere. You know what I mean?
Correct. I have 5.
In theory, you want everything lit up. So
yeah. You got how many mics? Sorry.
No, I have 5. I would like to have 5 more.
Yeah, exactly. Just like your troop builders, 5 and 5 and 5. You got a question here. Who was your inspiration, or who is your inspiration? Who was his inspiration? Why you past tense?
Honest with you, I really didn't have an inspiration, but I tell you, like some of the first people I saw coming, because I didn't even know YouTube like action figure stuff even existed.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Same.
I didn't really watch YouTube like that.
I watched YouTube like news for toys a little bit, but like that was it. I didn't really like get into the storytelling aspect of it until like we started doing our show, and then I was like, oh, there's more people out there like us, like yourself.
Correct.
You know, like, and it took a while to like find people, but eventually your algorithm is like, here's more videos that you want to watch. And I'm like, oh,
yes, and that's how, because I only thought it was like 5 people who did it, and that was in 2019, not knowing there was a whole bunch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But Shartimus came on the thing first, and you watched him, which of course he has the biggest following. So his came first, and then who really kind of amazed me was his name, D Amazing. I'm like, wow, it's really good, man. You know what I'm saying? And then his voice, his texture, and everything. So I noticed he was just kind of different from everybody else.
I love his sequence in his movie or in his clips or whatever. You know, like
Yes,
I love
at
the
the
little chill song at the end where he shows his photography. I love and just like clearly his diorama setup. He doesn't just have a black background like I have. You know, like he has like he's put work into it. He has like different setups, things he can change out. And he always has like random crates in the background where he can put the accessories on and stuff like that. Like he does a good job.
Yeah, and it's very simple too. Very simple to the point.
Nothing crazy.
But yeah, he has a formula, and his formula is immaculate for him.
But
yeah, just he's the one, not necessarily inspired me. I was like, man, if I take a photo, I would like to look just as good.
Yeah,
as him. And then I also like I like ACBA too.
Okay.
I just like, not necessarily just, to me, there's that group or that thing that they do, they take pictures almost like art. Like they critique your photos so much because they're just into it. You know what I'm saying? Like the tangible photos, is the lighting right? Is this right? You know, and then like somebody like Bug, he'll critique you on it because if you're gonna come correct.
Yeah.
Now, as far as on my end, somebody like me, I see myself as an artiste too. I might see something different. I might not want this perfect tangible photo. I might just want this thing kind of looking distorted, like a Basquiat or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's not necessarily my lane, but I do respect it because they were some of the first ones around, and it's an art. You know what I'm saying? And all they want you to do is just come correct. So
yeah, I agree.
Stuff like that, man. You know, like I look at this almost kind of like in a totally different lens, man. I look at it as art and in different aspects of art.
No, absolutely. Yeah.
I think what separates you from the people that you mentioned is the storytelling aspect. And I'm not saying they don't have that at all. I'm saying like it feels like your storytelling aspect is way more involved and like you tell a longer, more intimate story through the photos versus like just
I enjoy doing
it. Here's them fighting, and here's them fighting some more, and maybe they're in a warehouse, and then Batman shows up, or whatever, you know, like kind of thing. Yours is like more.
It's like comparing a music video to a TV series.
That's what it feels like. Yeah.
Nice, man. I mean, be honest with you, man, I'm glad I get so much positive feedback on the table, man. It just definitely make
those are great videos.
Go harder, man, and just go into different things. Like I have several different ideas. It's endless of where this could go, man. And,
for sure, yeah.
Definitely can't wait.
Plus, every time you get a new prop or a new toy, you're just like, and let's add this to the story, you know. Kind of.
Correct.
There's always
they have a stinger.
There's always these damn adult obligations getting in the way. There's always work and chores, and so I feel you. Do we hit all the picks? I feel like there's
we got some more.
Here. There we go.
Here's the dinosaur.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes. Yeah, and that's the main reason I put those Raptors in it. Basically, that's actually a thumbnail.
Those two men look incredibly similar. They're twins.
It was a thumbnail for the Retro Recondo. I was doing a review on him, and that's what it was. But I was like, you know what? I know it's not in the setting, but let's just put it in the setting. Let's do the tall grass and let's throw the Raptors in there too. And that's what I made that thumbnail out of for that retro.
I got hung up on all the pictures in the background. Every time I see that, I start leaning in like, what were all these black and whites? Like there's a Televiper, did these come off the packages? Where'd these come from?
Yes, they actually came from the package.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah, what I did was make me a backdrop for when I do my G.I. Joe Classified reviews. And I have an episode called G.I. Joe Box Art Beauty on my channel. And I just glow over the box art because right before they brought that plastic packaging back, that box art was getting really
it was good. It was so good. Yes. I was man. Yes.
Speaking from somebody that's like us that rips their toys open immediately. I love the box art, but at the same time I'm like, who cares? I don't care about the windowless packaging. I was like, less plastic to throw away. I feel a little bit better. And then also getting the toy out, it's just in that little cardboard tray and the little paper bags for the weapons. I was like, I love this.
I liked all that. I
hate popping stuff out of that plastic. I'm like, God, it's so annoying.
I still like the window so I can see what I'm getting.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
but I mean, on a display. Right. But the closed box didn't bother me either. The only thing about it is just that figure swapping because I got figure swap.
I never personally had that problem, and like as far as seeing what you're getting, I was ordering most of my stuff online, so I wasn't seeing it anyway. It's not like I was getting it in a store. Like if I was in a store, I used to compare, like what is this one? I like this one, you know, like kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, just getting it online on BBTS or something all the time, it's just like, what's the difference? It's a blind box to me in the first place, so it didn't really bother me as much. There are in-box collectors though, so I mean, like having a window to see the toy is important.
Correct.
I understand that.
That's always good. And like I said though, but towards the end, man, they were starting to get some really good artwork. It was like,
I agree.
I mean, the artwork's always been good, but it's always been like a tiny little picture on the side, or
All right. We're at an hour here. Let's roll through. Oh, look at this one, though. This is insane.
We saved some good ones for last.
Yeah, this picture right here is pretty much where were they at? Still continue on that storyline. They got to GI Joe HQ, and now their Cobra has turned around and ambushed the GI Joe HQ, and they're trying to get away. And what they're on is this bridge, and that bridge is made out of I don't know if you guys know about
that a garden thing.
Well, it kind of looks like that, but it's not. It's actually a rebar holder for like a footing.
Okay. I was like, is that like a thing that helps the plants grow up straight?
So it looks like that. It looks like that, but it's not. It's actually whenever you pour concrete, because that's what I grew up doing, pouring concrete in construction. You have rebar that goes in a footing, but you need these chairs so it don't sit exactly on the ground.
Gotcha.
And that's what that is a rebar chair.
That's hilarious.
And the reason why it's brown like that because it's rusted.
Because it's rusted now. Yeah. Oh, you can see the rust.
Yeah. So you have to get a tetanus shot right after this photo here. So yeah, good.
But see how that rust pops so good.
Yeah, it looks great. You know what I'm saying? It looks like an old like rope bridge. It looks
it does. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that's what I made that out of, and then of course I army built the Crocs when Croc Master was on sale last.
Yeah, that was an easy one to find on sale. I should have gotten more alligators or crocodiles rather.
See, that's the way I think. Like people like, oh, I don't need another Croc Master, but I'm like, oh, I need another crocodile.
I need another Croc.
Wait, go back to
the have 5 Crocs, and you can take those 5 Crocs, and now it starts getting bigger than the world of GI Joe.
Yeah.
If you got Indiana Jones figures, you can recreate that scene.
I was just dang it.
There you go.
The trooper with the torch reminds me so much of like Indiana Jones type scene, right?
Yes.
Also, that poor guy is on point running towards Outback who has a machine gun while he's got a torch. Go check out what's over there, dude.
Should be getting blasted.
Shoot me. No, it's very adventure themed. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite shots. That is my best widespread frame to perfection.
I love the rope bridge in the background with like troopers all over it too. Like just in the blue light in the background, you almost don't see them because it's against your black backdrop, and then like because you're so focused on the foreground, and that's just so amazing back there.
It is. Yeah, man,
that's one of my best widespread shots. Man, I really like that. That was a masterpiece, really.
Yeah, agreed. Oh, I did have one question. What's the water made of? Is it like saran wrap?
It's blue poster board with saran wrap at the top of it.
All right, there you go. And with some blue light on it.
Yes, yeah.
That looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks
it's
really
just
good.
Simple stuff, man. I'm not a master diorama builder, but I'll make it happen with some.
Yeah, I mean, again, like your setup looks amazing. Like you put everything in there, the right spots to like hit that.
And the table is something that really kind of morphed in several different things, because this table was originally to show off my big army. And then it got into diorama building, and then it got into storytelling. So it just started turning into these different things, which are all compatible with each other. But it originally started off, if you go back to my first table video, it has all my Cobra troopers and all GI Joes up there, and that's what it started for, just because I wanted to show off my army every week. And then I was like, well, let me do some little bit of world building here, and it just started shaping and shifting.
Yeah, great blocking. Agreed.
Yeah, cool.
So also this grass is not that tall grass. So that maybe I think that's what Don was talking about, or Don, were you talking about the tall grass?
That's the tall grass.
Yeah, the Recondo one.
Is?
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
Yep. You had another one that was like escape and evade, where I think it was Tellrat. You had him like breaking through the grass or whatever. I was like, man,
I remember them kneeling behind the grass.
Yeah,
kind
I
of
think
like,
it was it.
kind of
Yeah.
like this shot, but I remember them kneeling behind the grass. For
Yeah.
like one.
Yeah,
Cool.
did I send that over?
No, that was one of the first ones I sent
this-
to Joe. Like, I was like, hey, check this out. That was the one. That
Yeah,
hooked
that
me.
was
I was
a long time.
Okay. Yeah, that was from one of the first couple of
Here's
couple
the
of shots I
thumbnail
did.
shot. What are those
Yeah.
troopers doing? It almost looks like zombies crawling up.
It
on
looks
the
like
tank.
World War Z. Yeah.
And see, it's a mix of things, but you know what I was trying to really kind of do, and it does look like World War Z. And see, that's why this is art. It's a piece, and we're starting to talk about it. But you know what? I really was trying to make kind of like something like Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel.
Yeah.
You know, where everybody's kind of pointing at each other.
Yeah.
And doing that. So I kind of went with that, but then it just kind of morphed into its own thing, man. It almost kind of reminds me of 300 also too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. They were all
They
piling up.
like
Yeah.
stacked up. Yeah.
What is that white truck there in the background? Is that the same kind of
That's
one?
blue, right? Or is it white?
The white light is shining on. It's a blue truck. It's
I
the same,
see.
It's the same truck, that Tractor Supply truck I held up.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
But you painted it, put the Cobra on there, Cobra symbol.
Well,
that's
actually, a guy sent that to me and told me and wanted me to review it because
awesome.
he said he customized vehicles. So he sent the blue truck to me. But what I did was is took the his tank stickers and put it on the truck.
Oh, gotcha.
It does.
Yeah, it was cool that the his tank came with stickers, and I was like, it's neat that I have these, but also the his tank's covered in decals already. So like,
Yeah,
I'm glad that they gave me stickers, but at the same time, I was like,
Dude, I thought the same thing. I couldn't name the movie Friday Night Lights with the pickup truck with the lights. I had that same image. I was like, what movie was that?
I'm trying to see if I can find that blue truck, but it's here you go.
I don't
just
want...
buried underneath the table,
Yo,
throw
man.
all your diorama stuff underneath.
Yeah, but it was this truck here. I just took it and put the
Yeah,
the Cobra stickers on it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and just kind of put them on the rear, and I put one like on the hood.
oh, there you go. Yeah,
Yeah. So just a little decal, just something to make it pop, man. It was already blue. So I was like, you know what? I'll make this a Cobra utility truck.
That's awesome.
All right, we got two more. It's this wreckage bit you got here.
Oh yeah. That's my latest video I just dropped, and that's one of the latest pickups, which was about 2 weeks ago.
I cannot find him for the life of me. I've been mildly toy hunting for him to see if I can grab him at a Target.
Man, you just have to be lucky because, like I said, I drive trucks, so I had the advantage to kind of bounce all around North Carolina.
Oh, there you go.
Major cities.
Yeah.
So now the way I found him was a hurricane just came through here about a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And I went to work on Thursday, which it was still raining, but it was still kind of here. I show up in Charlotte in Concord, and I just walked into this Target. It's one of my favorite Targets because it's a super Target, but it's on the outskirts of Charlotte, kind of like in the I wouldn't necessarily ritzy area, but Concord's a pretty nice area. Now walk in, man, there was just 5 of them there.
What?
Yeah, but I have him seen nowhere else.
Weirdly enough, I live within like a weird area where there's about 4 or 5 targets I can kind of hit. One of them's pretty far out there, and it's a super target, so it's gigantic. Yeah. But it tends to have stuff like that. Like it's kind of out there and maybe just not a lot of toy collectors in that area or something like that. But like whenever I go to that one, I tend to find, like I randomly a million years ago, I got the Baroness on the bike. Like I was like, oh my gosh, this is on the shelf. Like, and like when it was impossible to find kind of thing. But I've checked that one a couple of times and I'm like, no wreckage. Yeah. I know I'm still looking for it.
I'm still looking for another one, man. And he's just nowhere to be found, man.
Yeah, he's tough.
I really thought that story was going to be like I was driving around in my truck and I saw it outside someone's house and I just came back and scooped it up. Another kid just losing their toys, right? That guy's pretty cool. So Joe is the big classified guy. I absolutely will say that they're gorgeous. When it came down to budget, I just kind of like pulled away from it, right? But this figure, maybe it's just because it's a repaint, or maybe it's because I have like such a crush on Firefly. I'm just like, I don't get the appeal of that dude, man. Like
one, the Firefly wasn't a great toy.
Mm.
So, I was really loot. The classic one that eventually came out was like mine was wobbly, super wobbly in the
mine's
in the
too.
chest abdomen. Is
yeah.
is Wreckage like that?
No, he's nice and tight. And that
Of course.
and that video was a video of me just basically saying I believe Wreckage was supposed to be Firefly. And Firefly was supposed to be Wreckage, because when you got G.I. Joe Classified, the first issue of a repaint is always the best one. Then all the other ones start getting a little wonky. So why would you do that for a Wreckage who really nobody really knows about, really like that?
I mean,
not Firefly. It almost seemed like Wreckage was made before him and got all of the care that Firefly should have had.
Yep, that's exactly.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
oh wow, that's tragic.
Mine's probably worse. I don't know. I got the Mezco Firefly, so
this guy's not moving at all.
So I immediately replaced him in my my lineup.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's pretty much what that video is about. But Wreckage is dope. And then also
the appeal to Wreckage for me is I want that ATV that has tiger stripes on it for my.
I know. That's the other. I'm just like Tiger Force worst.
I love Tiger Force.
I like Sky Patrol more than Tiger Force. That's how bad I don't like Tiger.
But I'm thinking, man, maybe they'll put it back on Pulse.
Yeah.
I don't know. I doubt
so.
it,
but they took it off of Pulse.
Ooh, there you go, Bjorn. Fortnite did a better. I actually like that Metal Mouth Fortnite figure. He's pretty cool.
I've seen him.
Yeah, we've got him too. But yeah. All right. Was that all?
I mean, that's all the picks.
Okay. All right,
through all the picks.
Mike, we got a little news to cover at the end here. But is there anything else you want to show off? Anything else you want to like aim at your table or talk about before we pivot to some news?
No, you guys can go ahead, man. I'll just say if anybody's the first time seeing me, check out my channel, Savage Land the Table. I have several different episodes, several different things I do. I'm not necessarily set on one thing, but it's just the day in the life of an average collector, man, as far as toy hunts, playing with toys, reviews. So if you guys haven't checked it out, check it out, man.
Yeah,
what
I agree.
episode of the table are you on? How many? Because I know you number them, right?
Yes. So I don't have many. I think I'm like on like 16 or 17.
Okay.
Because I haven't done one in about a month. But like when the year started off, I got 4 or 5 different series and I was going every day, just like putting them out there. So really in the last 2 months, man, I've really been kind of like just chilling, because I always kind of do that, and then I go back in and like, okay, I want to rev up. This is what I want to do for the channel. Now I want to get into lives when I come back on, start doing some live podcasts and things like that, man. So, but we'll definitely get back at it.
Yeah, awesome. All right, man.
Well, you have 2 guests anytime. You
got 2. Yeah, you want to have some.
Man, anybody who's ever interviewed me, I'm definitely gonna swing back around, man, and bring you on the show, man. I can talk for hours about toys. Be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
Same. Let's get to some news.
Real quick news. Oh, almost. There we go.
Almost made it.
By the way, I got matching shirts in my boys here. That's my watch.
I like that.
Yeah, I love it, man. It's really great. So,
all right. First for the news, it isn't news at all because it can't. It's still funding, but I wanted to ask you about the Rattler, because it's the Rattler, and you're very huge into classified, and me and Dom haven't talked about it on the show yet. So let's talk about the Rattler for a minute.
Nice.
The real question is, how many of these are you buying?
I'm trying to get 2.
Oh, nice.
1 to open, and I don't really necessarily go heavy on collecting inbox, but I do want one just to keep in my private collection.
I mean, no, I'm just kidding. Honestly, though, I know people in the community just absolutely, oh, how could you do that? I'm like, hey, if he's putting the money up front, you're damn right you're going to try and make a profit out of it. I've never shamed anyone who's like, I'm going to buy one and sell one, right? I do that with Mythic Legions. Like,
I was going to do it with the His Tank. I bought 3 of those.
Yeah.
But I end up keeping them all, man.
That's awesome.
That's what's gonna happen with the Rattler. You're gonna be like, I got 2. They're both for me.
Yeah, but this time around, I'm buying 2 just to put 1 in the cut, and then I'm gonna open up 1. And what I might do later on is just buy a plane, see if I can buy a plane on eBay.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get one. I'm not gonna get two.
How could you leave it in the box though? I'm putting money on that. You'll leave it in the box for a day, like, all right, I'm done, and then take it back out. Like,
no, man, I'm a serious classified collector, man. Like I have 1 through 100 in box.
Oh wow! Oh, I did not know that. So
this shit gets deep with me, to be honest with you.
So, Dom, I wanted to mention. So, amongst the lights and sounds, like the cockpits and stuff light up on this, but this panel, you remember the blast panel on the old?
Yeah.
That has like flickering fire lights inside. I was like, that's awesome. Come on.
It's cool. It's so
I mean,
cool,
it's
man.
I love the little ladder. Just the ladder.
Yeah.
It's fire, man. It's a fire looking plane, man.
It is. Like they put so much like I know there's just fans are horrible and they'll say stuff, but like there's so much care and detail given to any of these HasLabs. Like every time I'm just absolutely amazed. Like, yeah, the ladder, the panel, the cockpit, the paints, like the cup holders, like all this stuff is like, it's just meticulous and fantastic. Like it's really
I don't let anybody dictate that. I think if I like it, I'm grabbing it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think people like you speak louder. Oh, yeah. Wait. So I think people like you who speak with their wallet speak louder than any negativity. That's all I was going to say. So
for sure.
Yeah. And be honest with you, a lot of people who stream all that stuff 2 years later, man, I should have backed that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I didn't get the Dragonfly. Just it was at a weird time. I think I had like 1 million pre-orders hit or something. I was just like, and I wasn't really like, I don't know, I didn't really need a helicopter. I was like, I don't really like the Dragonfly. I love that vehicle from a child's standpoint, nostalgia, but I was just like, it's gigantic. I don't necessarily, but the Rattler, I'm like, I'm in. You know?
Mando's N1. Oh yeah. I slept on Galactus and the Sentinel, and I picked, like all the other ones. Those two, I constantly kick myself and be like, "Why didn't I just get that for 300?" Because now they're double at the lowest price. They're double, and I'm like, "Damn it!" So,
well, also if you have an inbox Rattler like you're talking about, Mike, and I don't know, who knows? 2 years from now, you're like, "Oh, I want that HasLab. I need 3 of those." Like you could, sell that and probably get a good profit from it.
Man, be honest with you, man. Like classified is so like my collection, man. I really don't plan on selling it. Now, don't get it twisted. I have some other stuff I could probably sell, but it is strictly for me to keep in my personal collection.
The only thing I did when the Vamp came out, I bought 2 of them, and then I immediately was like, "This is big." And I'm gonna get a Vamp 2, and I'm gonna get a Tiger Force Vamp, and I'm gonna get the Stinger, and I was like, I don't need 2 green Vamps. So like, I was like, I think I and that was just me. Like, I think I overstepped. Like, I don't need this many trucks running around my room.
It happens sometimes. Yeah.
So like, I just sold a second Vamp, but like, that was the reasoning. It wasn't like, I need this money or blah, blah, blah. It was just like, I made a mistake. I don't need 2 of these, kind of thing. But
Bob, I love your comment here. So this is one run of the JoJo collection, but on this front box here, this is actually, I cut out the actual pages of the comics. I had multiple, but this is the scene, right, where it's like the classic Ace versus the Rattler. That would be awesome to have a saluting. So at the end, they just dogfight the crap at each other, and they're smoking wrecks. At the end, they just salute each other.
Oh, yeah.
So good. So yeah, that would be awesome.
I mean, he doesn't have a saluting hand, but no, he doesn't. But he does have some like battle damaged helmet going on, like he did get in a dogfight. I love this shot of the gunner just getting sucked out of the plane.
I like that they gave Wild Weasel a head sculpt.
Yeah, I do. I love that too. Like for Scrap Iron, for instance.
Yeah, and he's not like Scrap Iron or anybody like that. He's like a regular guy.
Yeah,
he's just like this blonde haired guy. He doesn't look crazy. He doesn't have a scar on his face.
Well, no, he does. He's got a little scarring going on. Let me find the shot of it. I think there's a better shot. Like you can. Oh, maybe it's there.
I always kind of
see it.
I wanted him to be more like a pretty boy elitist. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wanted him to be that snotty,
he looks like
stuck up elitist pilot.
And that's what he looks like. He's not like a monster.
I don't think I have
he's not a knuckle dragger.
He's definitely got some like this one helmet with the cracked side on the left hand. Like he has on that side of his face, he has like some scratches. Like that happened.
Huh.
Yeah. Like the glass cut his face or something. It's not like it looks like it just happened. It's not like he's scarred horrifically. It just looks like if you had that helmet on him, his face would match.
I don't believe you.
He got touched up a little bit. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a good shot of it, I guess.
That's all right. That's all right. What,
Anyway, Rattler.
yeah, this is.
what was that?
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go.
I was gonna say this isn't actually news. It's just stuff that Joe and I want to buy
yeah.
potentially. That's all right. That's what makes it as news.
Our version of the news.
Yeah.
We usually preface that. Our version of the news is I might want to buy this.
Yeah, I don't want to buy it because there's so much stuff out there, right? So like, narrow it down. So you got. I honestly have not been paying attention to toys.
So
lately. Like I've been
the
so
Joy toy. So we get 4-inch as well, Mike. But like a Joy toy is like one of the things that we buy a lot of. Like Dom buys tons of Toy.
couple.
But they recently really they have the Turtles license, and at first I was like, and we didn't talk about it on the show yet, so like I was just like, the Turtles, it's 4-inch Turtles. I'm like, I kind of weirdly want those. I don't know why, but like, but then Bebop and Rocksteady came out, and I was like, oh, I think I want these. So let's look at the Joy Toy Ninja Turtles. Here's Leonardo.
Wow,
Pretty cool.
I mean, look at all that stuff he comes with. Looks great.
It is pretty cool. I just don't need a 4-inch turtle or any more turtles.
I don't know if I do or not.
Yeah.
I might not. I might just get like Mikey or something and call it a day.
Damon's
But look at the cool spikes on the back that he has nailed into a
That's
shell.
really cool. I love how everyone does their version of the Turtles too.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like everyone's got their own spin on it.
Yeah, there's about 5-6 lines running Turtles right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But nothing at this scale, which I kind of love.
Yeah, exactly.
Idea of it.
My favorite are the Not Ninja Turtles by Fury Toys.
Yeah.
The Spring. Oh my god, I want those.
Those look amazing.
So
I love that
good.
Mike or Donnie comes with like a little medic bag and stuff. Like there's little stuff here that I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they did their own take on it. Yeah.
What's the price on it?
I don't know how much the turtles are. I think they're 34.
Yeah,
What?
that sounds right.
34.99.
I like them.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
like
Joy Toy's pretty good quality, really good paints. They used to have fragility problems, kind of like NECA used to, actually, to be honest. But they've done a lot better job with that. They have tons and tons of Warhammer that are, I think, because the licensing, those are usually 34 and up, right? So I imagine the Turtles are going to fall in the same, because they got to pay for somebody else's license. Unlike
I think it's 34 for the Turtles. I could be
yeah.
wrong. It might be more. It might be 39. But Bebop and Rocksteady are a little bigger. They're like closer to 5 inches, and they're $49.99, which is a lot for like a little figure. But man,
well, then they've got to be oversized though. These
they
guys
are. They're like if the Turtles are 4 inches, these are like almost 5 or
like the orcs. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
But they look awesome. These guys. I mean, Rocksteady and Bebop. I was like,
he's
amazing.
Amazing. Is that guitar he has on his back?
Yeah, it's a guitar.
Yeah, I gotta get these.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Field. Man, he's awesome. Come on. Anyway, yeah.
Well, I like the
that,
idea too. Yeah.
Bebop and Rocksteady. I'm like,
so what's that online? You going to order them online?
Bebop. I think they're all on Big Bad right now.
Yeah.
Grab them on Big Bad.
You can go to
It might
Joy
be cheaper
Toy
somewhere else if you hunt around.
You can go to Joy Toy Direct, but like honestly, like sometimes I find cheaper somewhere that's not on their site. Like sometimes Big Bad is cheaper than Joy Toy Direct, and then a lot of times I can't get what I want on Joy Toys. I have to go hunt somewhere else. So I always just go to Big Bad as the first stop, or AliExpress if you want to roll the dice with them.
If you
I haven't done that. I never got anything off Ali. I heard good things about them.
I've never had a bad purchase. If I did, it was my fault. Where I was like, oh, my bad. This is smaller than I thought. I should have paid attention. But like, I haven't had any issues. Now, my data may be sold 1,000 times over. I have no idea. But like, my toys are fine. So that's all I can say.
Anyway, 4-inch Turtles. I wasn't really caring until I saw Bebop and Rocksteady, and now I sort of care.
Amazon will have them too. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I have a huge turtle collection. So what I do with turtles, sometimes I get the 4 set, like all 4 turtles, and then sometimes I might the wrestling turtles. I might get one of those.
Oh, right.
I might put him in a group of whatever one them I got. So sometimes I play off on the turtles. Sometimes I get the sets. So
I went in on the Super 7 line, so I've got like a pretty solid collection of that. And then I kind of got to a point where I was like, and I've pretty much got everything I want, and I'm kind of done. You know, like there's a few more coming down the line that I kind of want, but like even the next wave is the 2012 Ninja Turtle show. What, right?
I know.
Yeah,
and
it's a
And
22.
they look great, but
Surely-
like those aren't my turtles, so like, I don't care.
But I've
you know?
got the
No,
ones
no.
from when that show came out, and like, because my boys, I love that. So
They
I'm
look
like, oh, I got
super
this
cool,
for.
Dom.
And I know, but then so I think Brian just mentioned too, like they dropped the IDW ones, and I'm a huge fan of the comic. I'm like, you're killing me right now, right? Like who
Yeah.
doesn't have a Turtles line, right? So
Well,
you
that,
gotta,
and
you
you know
gotta
what?
pick your
On that
flavor.
note, though, like that's why the Bebop is like, although this is amazing and I like kind of want it, I'm just like, but I got Bebop already for almost the same price, and he's gigantic.
Right.
You know what I mean?
right,
It's like,
right.
why
Super
do I
seven, right?
need?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah,
the
he's
Super
really
7
cool.
Bebop was like 50. Well, I think they were like 55 at the time, or
Yeah,
maybe
they were.
65. Maybe.
I think they were. No, they were 55 because the turtles were cheaper. They were like 45.
Yeah, because the turtles were 45 at the time,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
I
I think
got
my
that
Bebop I paid for 55. It was like $5 more than this little tiny Bebop that I'm like, eh.
Yeah, George
Anyway.
is not cheap, man. So, and then
Yeah, Toy
Turtles
Toy
is
isn't
monsters.
cheap, but they are really high quality and really good toys. But
Oh man, Joe, you know who should we have back on in the future sometime soon? Is Scuba Pete, man.
Scuba
That
Pete,
guy back
nice,
on here.
Scuba
Why?
Pete.
What's up, Pete?
all right, well that's been the news.
Yeah, man.
All right.
All right, man. So by the way, so we've been talking about your pictures, and you even said playability at one point in time too, and your storytelling in there. For those who just jumped in, make sure you go check out my channel. It's definitely linked down here.
Your audio is like really horrible right now.
Yes.
Is it really? What
Oh, now it's good.
happened? I did nothing. All right,
I have no idea what happened.
that's so weird.
Anyway, check out Mike's channel, which is what Dom was trying to say.
Yeah.
Link in the video or the description below.
And I would definitely say that his channel,
What are you
Joe,
gonna be? Perfect! That's right.
playable.
What are you gonna be? Perfect! What are you gonna be? Perfect! What are you gonna be? What are you gonna be? Perfect!
What are you doing?
Anyway, Mike, thanks so much for joining us. Any last minute plugs you want to give to anybody or shout out before we take off?
Man, just like I said, check out the Savage Land at SavageLand8815. And got a lot of good stuff on there, man. Also, another couple of good channels to check out. Check out Legend Series. He has a great podcast. Check out Hyperdrive Collections. He's showing guys how to do the RIT die, which I think is a great.
Oh yeah, I do want to check that out. That's
Yeah,
cool.
check it
right
out,
now.
man. He does some great customs, and it's all with that RIT die. And the way that RIT die takes the skin, basically what he's doing, he's taking action figures and getting them almost kind of like real life skin. You can see the blood. You know, like like say you would call me black, white, and you white, but you're really not that. You have a pinkish undertone.
Oh, I'm definitely pink.
I'm more of albino.
And I have more of a chocolate undertone. That's what that RIT dye gives. It gives off a more realistic look, man. But other than that, man, check me out, The Savage Land. I think you guys will really be enjoyed if you haven't checked my channel out yet. And we got more videos coming soon, and I will be going live in the future.
Awesome.
All
right. Hey, thanks
Well,
for
it's been
everybody
a
who caught the
pleasure having you
show.
on.
Thanks for everybody who watches afterwards. My audio still now I'm self-conscious to even speak. I have no idea. Okay, good.
You're
Right. Yeah, so thanks everybody, and we'll see you guys next week.
I think
Joe and
I think we won
to,
toys. I think
that's it. I think we're good. I think we won it, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome.
we won.
All right, cool.
We won toys.